As y'all know, I get a lot of hateful feedback from those so-called tolerant and peaceful liberals. Among the attacks I get are the accusations of being whitewashed. Like this one, for example, from a YouTube user called Isaac Surgic. My apologies to anybody else named Isaac. Isaac Surgic says, the rock music in the background, the fake country accent, throwing the road at the TV with images of black people on them. What are we trying to be? Well, whatever I'm trying to be, it ain't a hypocritical projecting racist liberal like you. Y'all, we're losing the country to people who think like this, who act like they've got a lump of goat snot for a brain. And might I add that it's 2013, and people like this still have this archaic racist mindset while calling themselves progressives.
I think what's happening. Propaganda.
Okay, so I reckon Isaac is implying that I'm trying to be white because I play rock music and I have a fake country accent.
I don't feel no ways tired. I come too far from where I started from.
And the intro to my commentaries shows me supposedly throwing my remote at images of black people. Okay, y'all, you just saw the intro to my show. There's about 8 people shown in those series of images, one of which is black. Now, I understand that maybe in Isaac's twisted world, they all qualify as black the way Bill Clinton qualifies as black. But in reality, ethnicity plays no role in why I throw the remote at the TV set. So already Isaac has a twisted view of reality and represents a lot of people who live and vote in this country. And their biggest weapon is racism, along with sexism, so-called abortion rights, anti-Christianity, classism, and environmentalism. Conservatives are losing the republic to people who have this most backward view of reality. This person looked at the intro to my video and basically saw 7 blacks and maybe 1 white person, if he saw 1 white person at all. But in reality, it's 7 whites and 1 black. It's almost like his backward perception saw a photo negative. Again, I say liberals claim to be so open-minded, but this is their fantasy. In reality, their tunnel vision, as this person zeroes in on 1 black person and concludes that everyone I hate is black. Now, as far as my accent goes, yeah, I can't drop to that level of stupid to address that. You win on that one, Hoss. Congratulations. You're better at being stupid than I am. Now, to this thing about me liking rock music and playing in a rock band, supposedly because of that, I'm trying to be white. Okay, it would be great if Afrocentrics would make up their mind on this, because I've been attacked for this as long as I've been making music. Afrocentrics have long given flack towards blacks like myself who dig rock music, citing that rock music is for white folks. And if you like rock music, you're just trying to be white. While at the same time, Afrocentrics want the credit for creating rock music, saying that rock music was stolen from black folks by white folks. Look, everybody knows that rock music is rooted in the blues, and the blues was born out of the black. But rock music, just like any music, belongs to anybody who wants to enjoy it. And it's sad when Afrocentrics whine about slavery, yet want to keep people shackled to a narrative regarding the kind of music they can or can't listen to. So make up your mind, Afrocentrics. Black folks created rock and roll, yet it's white folks' music. Okay, see, I got this thing I did called Freedom, and Freedom says I can listen and play whatever kind of music I want, and color ain't got squat to do with it. I get accused of being a sellout for being a conservative Republican. Yet the things y'all don't seem to understand about us so-called sellouts is that among our concerns is to not lead the black community to the Democrats who keep them in line by pandering to them to farm them as their voter stock, arresting their development in the communities run by the Democrat Party where crime is the highest, high school dropout rate is the highest, unemployment is highest, teen pregnancy is highest, as well as the abortion rate being the highest, unwed pregnancy is highest, etc. These communities reject Republicans while the Democrats run and ruin their communities. But somehow, this is the Republicans' fault. And not only that, After they reject the Republicans, they accuse the Republicans of ignoring them because Republicans are somehow racist. Now, I apologize in taking so long and getting around to addressing the song Accidental Racist by Brad Paisley and LL Cool J. And if you look at the feedback that the song got, unfortunately, you'll see that bigotry is still appealing. The song didn't have a chance. It's not a bad song. I personally thought the phrasing was a little weak in the verses, and the rap that LL Cool J did sounded a little dated. And LL Cool J's a madman on the mic, so we know he could have contributed a more interesting and less mediocre flow. Racism is worse when Democrats have the lead chair. Ebony and Ivory didn't get shot down in the Reagan years like Accidental Racist got shot down during Obama's term. Since Obama's the post-racial president, that song should have got slurped up like pudding on Scooby-Doo's face. But nope. People just want to point the finger, saying stupid stuff like there was more slavery under the American flag than under the Confederate battle flag. True. That's because some people ignored the fact that the American flag represented freedom for all. That's not the flag's fault. And those who did understand that the Stars and Stripes represented freedom for all, Republicans, went to war against slavery. And slavery was abolished under the Stars and Stripes. Those who wanted to force legalized slavery, Democrats, regardless of the fact that the Stars and Stripes represented freedom for all, went to war under the Confederate battle flag. So don't let people give you some crap about more slavery and more racist legislation happening under the American flag. No, those things happened under Democrats who wanted to keep such institutions despite what the American flag stood for and tried to claim and twist the American flag for their corrupted ideals. But to those who say that I want to be white and say that I'm a sellout for liking rock music, you want racism. You're addicted to being angry about it. You don't want racism to end. You validate your existence by convincing yourself and others that you're a victim. And you get your rocks off by lashing out at other people, wanting to drag others into your misery. And you attack people who refuse to be shackled to misery with you. This is America. We're free to enjoy whatever kind of music we want. If you're black and you want to rock, do it. If you're white and you want to rap, do it. Even if you're Vanilla Ice. And that's not easy to say, but I gotta respect freedom. And on a side note, one of the things that irritates the crap out of me is when some conservatives say that rap music is crap music and rock is just noise. You're hurting your own cause. That rap music that you downplay has a beat and a message delivery that has resonated with generations and has made $1 gazillion. And its origins are with people who worked with what little resources they had, a turntable and a microphone. That's America, baby. They took a simple idea and made an iconic product with it. Unfortunately, a lot of it has been used with the wrong message. Rap even goes back as far as the military keeping in step with their cadences. I don't know, but I've been told Eskimo. Flag, wife, shoot. I was just gonna say Eskimo pies, baby. They're mighty cold. Conservatives talk about the free market, yet are too often dismissive of using the most marketable things to market conservatism. Now don't get me wrong, I ain't trying to say that Paul Ryan trying to bust a rhyme is gonna help the Republican Party. I ain't trying to say that our Republican representatives need to look all hip and cool and whatnot. What I'm saying is that conservatives have to lay the groundwork that will fashion conservatives in the culture and pave the way for conservatives to go into office who will be better received by a culture that we've more successfully relayed our values to, which is going to rely on more creativity. I'm Alfonso Rachel, and if you think that the idea of having to stick to certain kinds of music because you're of a certain persuasion is straight up un-American, then please go to my band 20 Pound Sledge's Facebook page and click like. Oh, and being that all the members of my band are black, does it mean that liberals are racist if they don't like my band?
I don't feel no ways tired.